We're almost at lunch. We're close. But we thought we would start to give you a little taste of what we're going to be asking you to do after lunch, because that is the part where we put you all to work. So, as Keith has mentioned, a few other people have mentioned, I think Rick said it in his video, we are going out for another round of funding. Sometime next year, we're putting our proposals together. And a part of that is coming up with what are we doing for our next 3 to 5 years. The first few years of this organization, we've grown. We have more schools involved. I think we've become a lot more real. There's a lot going on, especially in the past year. We've given you a little bit of a taste of what has been happening. But we need to tap your expertise and your wisdom, and I think we said that in the invitation. So you all should be prepared, tapping your wisdom. I know I use that phrase on a few different things. So I brought our mission back up and our drivers of well-being. So you could think about these things, and we'll leave some of this stuff up on the screen while you're eating, so just continue thinking. One of the questions we're going to be asking you is our mission big enough? Is it too big? Are there pieces that are incorrect? Do you have tweaks to it? This is something that we have refined. The executive committee has been working to refine our mission statement over the past year, but we want your input. We want to see if that we've got it right. Another thing we're going to be asking you is, do we have enough? And Keith mentioned these: purpose, identity, agency, belonging. These are the ones that we go out and talk about a lot. But there were other ones up there on the student well-being nexus. Do we need to be talking about civic engagement more? Do we need more of an emphasis on financial stability? That's a key part of well-being. Should we be talking about it more? Should we have more schools that are working on financial stability? And a big one that we have been talking about for a long time, and Rick is busy doing a deep dive on this work, is character development. And what words do we use? Is character development too hot? Is it something else? Virtue? Is it values? We have different schools that are using different words. There's principled innovation at ASU that's taking it from a unique, engineering perspective. So we'll ask a group of you at least to think about that. This is a big one. So this is how we have started thinking about the coalition structure. Right now, we're up there. The leaders meeting is up there. We are really internal. This is our internal work. These are our members. We have membership growth and we have membership engagement. We're going to have learning communities. We have learning communities. We'll have more workshops, more benefits for the people that are here right now. But is that enough? I think we have come to the belief, and we have started emphasizing it more, that it's not enough, that we need to be reaching more than all of you. We need to be reaching to an external audience. And so how do we do that? And one of the ways is Learning Well. That has been a huge way that we reach beyond the people in this room and the other people that are tight in the coalition. Another piece, I think all of you received Rick's op-ed. We are working on shopping that op-ed around. Had a little bit of we are waiting post-election to reintroduce that. Figured nobody would pay attention to us right now. But more articles. We had the Nexus article that Holly wrote. More outreach to people beyond our membership. So this is our organizational structure that we're thinking of right now. And the green pieces are pieces that we're already doing. And I have a few highlighted pieces that are big ideas from the coalition's executive committee that we might put into our proposal. So the reason I'm showing you this is, you can talk about, is that the right balance? Do we want to be more balanced in one way versus the other? And two, we want ideas down here. So we'll give you a couple ideas. The coaching idea is right now our educational opportunities through the coalition. So far, it's the learning community at University of Florida and the new learning community that we're working on with the folks that were just up here. One idea is to connect members with coalition coaches that have experiences with the challenges that they're facing. So if you think about all of the people we just heard from, they have a lot of experience in moving things forward, in changing culture on their campuses. If there are others out there that are struggling with that right now, could we connect coaches with people who are trying to work through some of those challenges, people who have lived experience, been there, done that, they know, the ins and outs of those challenges. So that's one idea. Another idea is site visits, and that is organizing groups of members from various schools to sort of all descend on one institution and really do a deep dive into the program they're doing. So, talk to students, experience what the students experience. They think about like the research learning experiences at UMaine, getting a bunch of people to go and visit. It's a long trip up to Maine, but doable, and really, getting the experience of what that's like and learning more about how they might bring some of those lessons back to their campuses.
January is a beautiful time.
January, yeah.
No, January you come down to Miami.
That's right.
July we go up to Miami.
Exactly. No, March you go to Miami. Remember, March. Yeah.
You already have a date.
Public polling is an idea that you can think about. Polling might be sort of a tough word right now, but we want to know what the public is thinking about, what they think about higher education. There are other groups that have done a bunch of this work, and there's a bunch of evidence out there, and we use that evidence. And there's sometimes where we see some of that polling data and we think, oh, we wish we had asked another question. We wish we could dive deeper into some of that data. You think about some of the data that I used in an op-ed a while ago, which was, a certain percentage of people want their kids to go to school right after graduation and a certain percentage don't. But then we don't know anything more about those people. Are they in the trades? Are the people that want their kids to go to college right after they finish college, are they the people that went into college, that graduated college? And are we just perpetuating an elitist institution? So digging down into some of that data is an idea that we thought about. That's one idea. The way that you would use polling data is, not just to inform what we're doing, but also to make our case. And I think that's a big part of the thought leadership side of this is, how can we make our case to the broader public that what we're doing matters in the lives of students, is changing students' lives. And so these are some ideas to think about, but not to keep you within the realm of this. We really want lots more ideas. So anything, if this makes you think about something else, let us know. And so with that, here is what we're doing after lunch. So these are a little small, but we will have papers at 5 tables. We're going to have to sort of combine people. You get to choose. It's a choose your own adventure sort of activity. But I will read these since I'm not sure you all can read them. The first question, so table 1, maybe it's over here. What is our mission? Are the current central elements of the coalition's mission, identity, belonging, agency, purpose, sufficient? What would be appropriate directions for expansion? Where should we focus so table 2, let's say that's table 2. Where should we focus our efforts within our current operations? So what things are we currently doing that are working well and maybe under-supported, and what things do you think we don't need to think about that much going forward? Table 3, I'll use the back table back there. How do we best support our member institutions? How can the coalition strengthen its role as a resource? How can we better serve what you're all doing? What would you like to see from us? Table 4 back there with Joe Tranquillo. How do we best communicate and expand our impact? What strategies should we employ to better track, demonstrate, and communicate the impact of our work? And then 5, I will do back there, over there. What future initiatives or innovative opportunities should we be thinking about? So I think if 2 is how do we focus our efforts within our current ideas, current things that we're doing. 5 is what are we not doing? It's that slide I just showed you. What are we not doing that is a great idea that we should be thinking about? And you can all talk, scatter yourselves as you wish among the tables. And then the last question, if you've exhausted all of your ideas, is what are the top 5 items that the coalition absolutely needs to do to achieve life transformative education over the next 3 years? So again, I'm just going to repeat it. There will be papers at each table telling you where you'd like to go, and this is after lunch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So kind of moving around the outside of the room. All good? Okay.